So drama has been going on in the FNAF community, and honestly, this has been happening for months now, and it's fine. And it's finally about time people wake up to it, because I'm the one who's been profiting that something big would happen in the summer. What could happen? So, what did happen? Well, the FNAF community is in flames right now. It's in a war zone. The FNAF community is currently warring over each other, drama after drama, fighting in the animiest of battles. You see, this is footage of it colorized. You know, this anime is freaking underrated. Freaking watch Halo Legends, okay? Watch Halo Legends. It's awesome. But anyways, that's besides the point. Now let's start with how all this drama started. How did the FNAF community turn from one of the most positive places into one of the biggest war zones in gaming history, or fandom history? Because FNAF games aren't really games; they're just fucking, they're freaking. You just sit there, you just point and click. Ah! So you could argue it really depends on what you can argue where this drama age has started. You can trace it back to where Scott, that whole Scott drama from last year. But honestly, that all that really did was politically divide the fan base, and I think everyone was just kind of silent about it. I think what really happened was security breaches launch, and a certain individual causing a lot of drama from it. That individual is the person who this video is based off of. Now, yeah, it's a little bit clickbait to say he's responsible for this whole entire mess we're in, but he clickbaits all the goddamn time, and I think it's fair game. He says that they're impactful titles, and that's allowed. Well, I'm allowed to do it too. So, yeah, karma's a bitch, isn't it? But anyways, back on topic. So when Security Breach launched, the fandom got divided into new and old fans, debating on if Security Breach is the next coming of Christ or the worst game ever in ruined FNAF. And there was one very old man who saw an opportunity in this drama. Because not only was the community divided and currently at war, he realized he could start something very big. I want you all to meet Theft King. Theft King was a kind of nobody before this drama. This was the what his content was. Random shorts until one video. What went wrong with Security Breach? That got him a little bit of boost of popularity, but what really got him boosted was these videos. Now his videos are kind of clickbaity. He was annoying, and in some of the comments he said a bunch of stuff. Um, we'll get into that later, but his videos were always negative towards FNAF in general, and this kept going on, and it would only get worse over time. And because of this, he really fueled this new anti-FNAF fan base, where you have this group of fans that really hates the official stuff. They hate the fanverse. They hate Scott. They hate everything official. It's kind of like the fandom menace from Star Wars, except just swap the political leanings of it, and then you get yourselves a classic fandom divide. So let's look at the first drama that happened here. It was the Aftonville drama. Now you may be thinking, wasn't that the drama where Scott Cawthon screwed over a bunch of developers who were making a fan game for 2 years? Well, that's not exactly what happened, but if you watch Theft King's video, that's probably what you believed happened. What happened is that the Gelatine team, led by Jelly Liam, were all working on a game called Aftonville to be potentially put in the Fazbear Fan Initiative. And it was in development for 2 years. Now, the thing about this is that here's something that Theft King fails to mention in his own video, because he was very biased in it, and I'll prove why later, um, is that Scott was just considering it. He wasn't, there was no 100% guarantee. They shouldn't have put so much effort into this demo. They shouldn't have done that. They should have put, most pitch demos, concept pitches, are not, they don't have much effort put into them because they're not completely sure if it's going to be done. And because FNAF fan game devs, they're not really experienced with the game development when they first start out or when they're doing things, or corporation stuff in general, so they probably would have no idea how this works. And the problem was is that Gelatine spent way too much time focusing on polishing a demo that may not actually get accepted. And sure, and a lot of another thing people point out too was that Scott took forever to respond to emails or to sign an NDA. He's Scott Coffin. He has so many other people to talk to. Like I myself, I have so many commissions, I have so much work to do, and it takes me a long time to get back to people because of how busy I am. Scott is the freaking guy behind a giant franchise. I think it will take time for him to get to you, and these people don't understand that because they don't see Scott as a, they don't understand how this business works, so they think, oh, he should be able to respond instantly. Yeah, it's not like he probably gets 1,000 emails every day that he has to individually respond to. Now, it can be argued that both sides here are at fault for things, and I agree with that. But what happened, like, I think what happened after that, where everyone was kind of just like, you know, the Gelatine team was disappointed, but, you know, they kind of left. Theft King got his sensational bias video, and, you know, it left a bad impression on everyone. But that's not even the worst of it. Because after this situation, after this video was released, well, he kind of spurged out and kind of, I think he broke his NDA and had legal trouble. So you can probably understand why Scott thought this was a risky decision, especially after he got an indie studio to make a AAA game. And that kind of didn't go well, especially since Twitter decided to harass Steel Wool to rush out the game, and then when it comes out, they get all angry. Yeah, you got the game to be rushed out. That's your fault, Twitter. But the point is that, yeah, you can probably see why Scott didn't want to have this project in, especially how Jelly Liam acted after this. But I won't fully blame him for this, because Theft King was the one who orchestrated this whole thing. He was very manipulative. He bribed, he was bribing Jelly Liam, and he did a lot of other scummy things. And this came out as of late. Jelly Liam looked over and he released some interesting screenshots. So let's read these together, shall we? Okay, so my co-director and lead program wants to watch the video before it goes public. She's currently in a lecture and is out in 30 minutes. Alright. She wants me to run it by Scott lawyers to make sure it clears the NDA. Yeah, nah. That should have been your first red flag, Jelly Liam. Just saying. If the person who wants to claim to help you and release a video talking about your situation doesn't allow you to run it through your team, which you didn't even tell them you were doing in the first place, an interview of, I think you picked the wrong person to share your story. Because it clearly shows that Theft King just wanted a good story, like any other journalist. He just wanted a good story to milk the drama and views for. Listen, I want you, like, he's pretty much being manipulative here. He's like, I want you to imagine Scott Cawthon's new fan game developer. You probably can't, because it would never happen. I'm gonna assume, like, that, like most of us, you don't have much wealth to take. So he's pretty much flexing that he has wealth. Let's be real here. Theft King got so many views off his videos. He's pretty wealthy. He's posting pictures of him with a supercomputer. He made bank off the videos, so he's not poor. The video is out, and I mean, don't worry about it. They're trolls fucking with you. It didn't. You're being intimidated. Everyone is on your side. Yeah, because you kind of. I mean, to be fair, there shouldn't have been any sides to begin with. You framed this video as a a freaking situation of, oh, Scott screws over fan game developer. And despite Jelly Liam's concerns, Theft King thought, how do I keep this fucker silent? So, please don't be offended by what I have to say. I have to though. Would you be willing to drop 25% of the video's revenue? Oh my god, you greedy bastard! Give him 75%. You freaking. Oh my god. In the first week, $100 of which I'll pay you right now. $100 is roughly what I estimate 20 would be at this moment. Yeah, it's like all that matters to this person is the views and money. That's all that matters to Theft King. Yeah, and I'm 100% confident. You're not a fucking lawyer, Theft King. You're not a lawyer. This could be considered slander. You don't know. Will do understand though, like anything change, so any changes would be like he made like one minor change by the way. So and he didn't take the bribe and he edited out one freaking word. One word. And after this video, it caused a lot of damage to the FNAF fan base because it painted this thing in a biased light. A lot of the comments were talking about how much they hated Scott now and saw him as some evil freaking person. And this is what I mean. Theft King started this after this drama, he started feeding off negativity of shitting on Scott, shitting on the fanverse. Because after this, I think he learned that where the money's coming from. Search security breach failure could be easily mocked and milked, but drama inside the community, as long as that keeps happening, he gets more cash. And other YouTubers like Sheep Rampage or whatever, they're jumping in on this stuff too. But the point is that a lot of the people, he turned a lot of the fan base against Scott off of a biased video that painted him in a bad light. To paint it as a good versus evil situation, when that was never what it was supposed to be about. And 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 he pretty much started this whole entire counterculture of people that are just negative and talk about how much they hate the current state of the fandom and whatever. Well, not fandom of the FNAF, you know. And a lot of it was just unjustified negativity, you know. Um, You know, I would share the comments, but I don't have the screenshots right now. Wait, but oh wait, no, we have here I have some. No, because the ones above right here, they're all freaking they're starting to turn differently, and yeah, see, a lot of people thought Scott was a shitty person after this. Now you may be saying, how do you know Theft King is biased? Where is your proof for this? Well, you know, on that video I was talking about earlier, the first video he made, he left a comment on that video, and that was kind of where I was like, you know, I'm not so sure about this new guy. I feel like he's not going to be very honest about his videos in the coming future. Yeah, here we go. So, pretty much right here, he pretty much confirms that, um, he doesn't seem to really like Scott here. Though I should be clear, I think what Scott did was abhorrent in that he deserved his cancellation, so I am biased. See, right there, he admits he's biased. Now, you can think whatever you want about that. I'll make a video about my thoughts about it later. So, Here's the first proof. Now you can think whatever you want about Scott, but you can't deny that Theft King was biased in this video, and bias is not really a good form of accurate information because it's going to be leaning to a certain direction that makes it look worse than it actually is or better than it actually is. And because of that, you can clearly see that Theft King only wanted to put his bias in the video without really caring about um, what how much damage he would cause from that. After this, you know, a lot of other dramas happened where you had the whole Matt Pat drama. Theft King made a bank off that, we can assume. You know, look at all these titles, by the way. Look at all these things. Look at these things. Goodbye, fanverse. They betrayed everyone. Please don't suck, not sack. Scary. FNAF Plus Dev hates FNAF? The evil behind... Like, these titles are already clickbaity and shit. And not to mention the fact that, after the whole Matt Pat stuff, there was the stuff with the pair, where a bunch of FNAF fan game devs, they were all in this group. And it was also considered for the Fazbear Fan Initiative, too. They're all in this group, and they were making bots to downvote other games they didn't like. So, this FNAF fan game group, these devs used alt accounts to manipulate Game Jolt's list to artificially bomb freaking fan games they didn't like. Oh crap, now they're gonna bomb Fredbear's Free, aren't they? And here we go. There we go. We stay low. We don't answer the door. Yes, with all these alts, I can simply snap my fingers and make any game non-existent. Look at all these games I'm falsely downvoting. Imagine if Kane found out. Kane Carter. They did find out, and then they got banned. And what did they use? What was their excuse? Did they apologize for our abhorrent, shitty actions? Oh no, it was a joke. The pedophile excuse. The sexual harasser excuse. It's the, oh, I was just joking, I was doing... No, it wasn't. If you weren't caught, you would be doing this. It wouldn't be a joke if you weren't caught. This is not a joke. This is the excuse people like Naferix use when they want to get away with being a pedophile. Oh, what I said was a joke. Oh. And Physinom says it best. Just another example for why forgiving or excusing these idiots for their jokes is a bad idea. It's always just jokes until you can actually get away with it. Had they thought of a way to leak the content they had without risk, they would have done so, no doubt about it. And I can't agree enough. So, why am I talking about this? Well, accept it for being a recap. Theft King also has to make a situation like this worse if all his inflammatory negative videos that are clickbaity were not enough, being released constantly. So someone had the gall of calling out Theft King for his tweet, where he was like, oh, hello there, because he's going to start doing a video about this. And Johnny Blocks, an amazing guy, said, hell yeah, brother, let's jump straight into chasing that bag with some serious drama that actually affects the hard work of several passionate developers. Can't wait for the video, man. Phase up. Theft King then went on a spurg out on the stream because he was not too happy with this.
That guy, dude. Wow. I'm shocked. I don't know why he would get into this. I guess he was waiting for his opportunity. I guess he's jealous or something, waiting for his opportunity to try to go for me, but you swing at the king, you best not miss. And these fucking guys miss. Yeah, I think Johnny Blocks absolutely looks like a fucking asshole. Who the fuck do you think you are, dude? And I'm sure he feels like a fucking idiot. You get fucking Johnny Blocks fucking saying, hell yeah, brother, let's jump straight into chasing that bag. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Johnny, I'm sorry, you're gonna publicly call me out like this. I have every right to do this. I have every right to fucking dunk on you when my video kicks ass. Don't let anyone confuse you into thinking that Johnny Blocks is punching up. He's not. He's not. I may have a lot more subscribers than him, but he is far more of an established YouTuber than I. You're punching up. Well, no, I wasn't even punching. I didn't attack this guy. I would never attack Johnny Blocks. Who the fuck do you think you are, dude? You have no idea, you know, who that, like, so, okay, so when I make the video, I'm getting my bag. So let's look at Johnny Blocks videos and see if he's ever getting his bag. Okay, let's see. Come on, you're covering all the breaking shit too, dude.
Yeah, yeah. He got so mad about this. About a guy rightfully pointing out that he's only doing this for the fucking money. Theft King, and I've heard this on Ambience's Discord server, apparently in a video has said that he doesn't even care about FNAF, and that he doesn't even care about FNAF. And from that, and along with all the clickbait titles, all the negativity in his videos, it just tells me that he's only here to cause drama, get profit, and then go get his bag. And if you want more proof of this, I called him out on Twitter, alright? And I pretty much said that you made a very misinformed video and shit. And this was his response. In all seriousness, this is over. The video is only getting a couple thousand views a day at this point, and I'm pretty sure everyone is ready to move on. And perpetuating this whole controversy isn't helping anyone at this point. Let it end, move on, everyone else has. So after you misinterpreted the Afton built drama, you pretty much was very biased in the video, and you didn't even update people about the shit Jelly Liam did after you released the video. You know, because you got your bag, you got your money, and you're talking about how much views it got. Like, is that all you fucking care about? Yeah, of course it is. Because you're not here for FNAF. You don't give a shit about FNAF. You're just here to harm people and get money off it. And then you just send your fans to attack anyone you don't like. You send your fans to attack Scott. You send your fans to attack King Carter. You send your fans to attack the Johnny Blocks in that video because he started getting hate after that. And of course, and sure, they apologized and made up after. But that doesn't make what he did right. Because he didn't show any signs of improving afterwards. And after that whole drama, that's when King Carter was getting fed up, and a lot of other people, because everyone was getting fed up with his clickbait, because he created a negative drama community on FNAF. Because everyone on the community started trashing on FNAF. Every single YouTuber, like FNAF YouTuber, started talking about how much FNAF sucks and how much drama, like drama started to really sell. Is it any surprise that people started getting fed up with you? And it was like I said that this would happen to you months, and I'll talk about more about this later, so getting too far ahead of myself. I'm sorry, I get excited. But the point is that he hasn't been, you can see these repeated instances where he's just using his audience to attack people he doesn't like. And he found, and I said this, he can keep getting away with trashing Scott and being biased towards him and misrepresenting him. He can do it with smaller YouTubers. But as soon as he fucks with someone who can actually fight back, then he's going to completely regret it. And I told him, if he keeps going down this path, it's not going to end well for him. And look who was fucking right. Theft King was pretty much the drama alert of the FNAF community. Fun fact, one of his friends sent this to him as a joke, and then he got fucking blocked. This dude cannot take criticism. And this is not the first example of this. There are many examples of him getting criticism from smaller people and him just going very defensive and angry at them. And I think this whole King Carter situation should completely wrap the coffin for Theft King. After all this clickbait, people were fed up of the lies of the fanverse being dead. People were sick and tired of all the clickbait and the exposure and all of that stuff. And one excuse Theft King makes for clickbait is that he's just using an engaging title. and it causes no harm. You are causing harm. Not everybody actually watches the video. They see the title and they just assume they know what they are going to see. People do this with headlines. I'm guilty of that myself. Point is this: clickbait is pretty harmful because especially if people consider you a reliable source, which after your start, you grew a fan base off of being reliable, and now you're clickbaiting. So now, even though you were never reliable, so now people are going to be misled into hating King Carter, which was actually what's happening. People were shitting on the fanverse because of these negative videos. And Fef King started this whole trend of negative drama. He started this whole trend of other FNAF YouTubers becoming negative drama channels and causing all the drama fights for the past few months. And it's really no surprise the FNAF community was eventually fed up. And that's when King Carter was like, you know what? I'm just sick and tired of these people fucking around. And he's like, Popco Arcade releases on Steam, Funko's merch, Nick isn't allowed to work on toy creation. Oh yeah, did I mention that situation? Oh wait. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, there was also some stuff with Nixon and another fan game team named Radiance. I should mention this. It's not really that big. Apparently, Nixon said some transphobic stuff in the past, even though it was like years ago and he's apologized for it. And I don't even think Scott would have a problem anyways. He's not getting canceled. And the Radiance team, the people behind the Five Nights at Treasure Island remake, apparently they were in hot water because on their Discord server, there were members using, like, racist, sexist, and transphobic slurs. This is despite the fact that the members using them were they were members of the community they were using the slurs against. A lot of the people in the Radiance team were LGBT, I don't like using the word people of color, but people of color, and yeah, because I'm mixed race, and and women. So like, I don't I see that as a nothing burger. You're just making a big deal out of people of this minority group using slurs against themselves and making out to be as this server some hateful place. Or maybe I'm just not well informed, but that's what I got from the situation from talking to people in the Ambience Discord server. But let's just move on to reading this. I forgot about those two incidents because of how like really like who cares? Like we should be caring about people actually being shitty people here, not over nothing that's going on, or people who's already changed from stuff. But anyways, and yeah, Fizz out with plenty of uh FNAF Plus updates, and then every FNAF YouTuber is like the fan versus doomed, Scott failed us, the initiative is doomed. Theft King didn't take kindly to this, even though Kane was actually talking about Sheep Rampage's video on the situation. And that video was just parroting Theft King shit, going on about. And the original video title was that why the fanverse failed, which is very bad to say, and all the comments are negative too, because why not? And in general, it was just repeating all the dramas and controversies, like as that even freaking means anything compared to the good stuff being done. The bad stuff that happened, like that's all over now, you know, and it's nothing in compared to all the good stuff that has been happening with the fanverse. But yeah, that was the whole video summarized, and even then, he made a pretty good apology about the whole thing, or an explanation, but see, this is actually being mature compared to Theft King. So, what was Theft King's response to Kane Carter's tweet? And Kane Carter's apparent. He was saying that Kane Carter was sending his fans to attack him. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think this is projection, Theft King. This is projection. Denny sent messages saying that he's receiving so much hate and harassment and stuff. You know what'd be freaking helpful, Theft King? Show the receipts. If you're getting so much harassment, show King Carter who's doing it, and then he'll remove him from his friend group or whatever. And like if you really were getting harassed, show everyone the receipts. King did a rickroll in a freaking tweet. No one's harassing you. People are just calling you out for being an asshole. But you're such a sensitive pussy that you think anyone criticizing you is harassment. That's what's happening, isn't it? And then he makes a whole entire stream where he plays the victim and he's the one who's being wronged, and he's just saying horrible shit about Kane and the fanverse. Like he's not getting harassed. He wasn't actually crying on stream. He was all faking it. He's projecting when he says he's getting harassed because he gets other people harassed. Like he's guilty of everything he accuses other people of. He accuses people of harassing him. He goes and gets his fans to harass Johnny Blocks. And he also spreads misinformation about the fanverse. He goes on about how he's just giving proper criticism, but when people give him proper criticism, he freaks out about it. Well, that's not really projection. But my point is that he can't take criticism, and you know that again. If you want the full story about Kane's perspective here, you can watch his latest video on it. I'll put it in the description. But I thought because when Fef came on this went on this stream, he had a Wings of Redemption moment, a look here, look listen, if you will. Let's check out the highlights of this.
What?
Keep your chin up. You should check out the latest tweet by It Lost Pop Goes. It's important.
Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding? Do you really think this is the fucking venue for this? I DM'd you. I'm begging you to fucking speak to me. I've been begging you. And you've been ignoring me. I didn't do anything. I've been ignoring you. And now you come in private. I'm trying to resolve this in private. And then you come in my fucking live stream and do a donation. Are you serious? Are you kidding me, dude? Do you know how unfair a position that
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, keep crying, you piece of shit. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man. King Connor, you just keep coming into my chat talking about how you should check out the cheats. You're harassing me. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, you may be saying, why are you making fun of his mental breakdown? I usually don't go and make fun of people's mental breakdowns. Because I've been subject to doing it sometimes too, and I would be hypocritical. Except the difference is that he's faking this. He sounds like a fucking child when he's talking in this whiny voice. He's clearly faking it, just so he can get his fans to rile up for him. Anyone who's actually sad doesn't sound like that. They don't sound like that. He's clearly just putting on a sad voice, and he's barely letting out any tears anyways, and if he does, that's kind of a pussy thing to be mad about. But you know what? You know what? He's not even crying about the situation, if he actually was. He's crying about the fact that he's gonna lose his income because now everyone knows about how much of a piece of shit he is. I know that I'm being very harsh and rude right now. Alright? I know I am. But the thing is that this guy, I like deep down I want to say, oh, I shouldn't be so harsh. But when I see him using his fans to attack people he doesn't like, when I see him profiting off of other people and off of drama that he constantly misrepresents and does barely any research on, it makes me have a really big dislike for him because he's not genuine. He pretends to be a genuine person when in reality he's a drama whore who just wants to milk all the money he can from YouTube. How am I supposed to feel sympathy for this guy when he says this?
And I always believe that because I always want to believe the best in people. But from what I've seen in the last few days, I think King Carter is a vindictive, evil person. you know, I'm not religious, but like if there was a hell, Kane Carter will burn for eternity. Like that's straight up the kind of person I think he is. He's vindictive and likes to see people suffer. That's what his actions have proven.
He likes to see people suffer. Honestly, I think he's projecting here, because you clearly love to see people suffer so you can make your content and make your popularity. I think that's him projecting. And when you're saying that people who disagree with you belong in hell, I've lost any respect or any time of day I could give you. Why should I feel bad for you? Why should I not pull any punches in calling you, like, telling you how much of a shitty person you are right now? I have no incentive to, because of how much of a shitty person you have been in this community. The FNAF community has been in turmoil ever since this fucker has gotten popularity. This guy has done nothing but cause drama in his entire existence, and hasn't made anything worth of actual value, other than drama videos talking about how much he hates FNAF, and about how much it used to be good, and all this other shit. And I'm glad the community is actually taking a stand here and saying, we're sick and tired of your stupid bullshit. I'm glad YouTubers are disassociating with him, because for months I saw this was coming. For months I tried to tell people, and all people told me was, "Oh, he's not causing any trouble." And look what happened. And I think this Twitter user says it the best. You know what? I've changed my stance on the Theft King drama. I'm happy it's happening because the FNAF community was in turmoil leading up to this. And I'm glad for once in a blue moon the community is uniting in the effort to take down a guy and wipe the community free of his shit. But I show this motherfucker the bullet at 45. But yeah, because the FNAF community was super positive about games, and, you know, to be honest, that's kind of bad in some aspects. Like, you couldn't criticize anything because people would get mad at you for it. But now it's the opposite, where you can just, people will attack you for giving any opinion, whether you like or hate a game now. Which has happened ever since Security Breach and, you know, Theft King shit, but like, the whole entire community was in turmoil because of the shit that he's been doing for the past few months and all the drama. And I'm glad that they're all uniting together, finally, to say, you know what? Fuck our own personal dramas. Fuck what our opinions are on games. We need to tell this guy to stop his fucking bullshit, because he's the reason that we're in this spot in the first place. I know this video is a very abridged version of the whole drama. I didn't go into everything, and there's plenty of other videos that will always explain what I can explain right now and better. Though I'll probably be saying things that those videos may not say. But I'm making this video because I want to give you all a message. Stop giving a shit about the drama. I know a lot of you talk about how we wish we could go back to the old days of just making fan fictions and cringy FNAF fart videos or whatever. The issue is ever since Security Breach and the Scott incident, and now the Theft King's drama bullshit for the past few months, I don't think it's possible for this community to go back to a drama-less state. Because I'm sure Theft King's gonna fade into obscurity after this. Most likely. There's no coming back from this, unless you really make it up to everyone, but from what I've seen, Theft King is incapable of change, and he'll just keep repeating the same mistakes because he's only here to make profit. And eventually he'll just leave with his money, like he says he criticized Scott for doing, but my point is that if you really want to enjoy FNAF, ignore the community, ignore all the drama, just do your own thing. That's what I've been doing. I've been working on Fredbear's Free, and it's been hard because of all the drama, especially in the fan game community, but it's been very hard to work on something that you really like because of the community surrounding them. But I realized that, why should I care about this shit? I know all this drama has been causing me to feel demotivated about FNAF, but if I was to ignore it and just do and make the FNAF I love, then I'd be happy. So I'm going to keep doing that, and to the creators or the watchers, find a creator that only cares about making what they love and not about drama. Dako and Fusion Z Gamer are pretty good examples of this. I mean, you can call their content shit or whatever. At least they're not fucking Theft King. Alright? At least they're not that. And honestly, I just want people to stop caring about the drama. Well, unless it's fucking bullshit like the Theft King, but what you want to do is just focus on yourself. I mean, you shouldn't be focusing on YouTube drama in general, because it's always just a bunch of bullshit. Nah. I usually don't talk about dramas unless it's like something that I've been involved with in some way or another, but here's my advice. Get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, put Fredbear's face on it, and play Fredbear's Free when it releases. I want to give shoutouts to my friends, you know, for helping. Mara, epic help for FNAF, Five Nights at Fredbear's Free. All right. Oh fuck. Why am I doing this? I don't know. That's the message of the video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Glad I can frickin' take this shirt off now, because I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I want to go back to playing Fredbear's Free. Yay! I hope you got informed of something. I'm going down. There you go. There's your humor, so you guys don't feel so upset in the end. So anyways, if you want more information on the drama, I put the sources below. Anyways, thank you for watching and spending the last 40 minutes watching this. I know it's very unprofessional at times, but that's my content. Alright, thanks for watching.